So my name is Hunter. I was brought to Johns Hopkins because of my son's diagnosis, Jude. He was about 3 years old when he was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma, high risk and aggressive. When we first came over, we didn't know where we were going to stay. You know, we were living 3 hours away. So we were very, very anxious about what we were going to do with housing and transportation and travel. The doctors had originally asked us how we felt about moving to Baltimore. And I just laughed because no one wants to uproot their life at all. And I mean, we did end up pretty much living in Baltimore, but we wouldn't have been able to do that if it weren't for the foundation. You know, I would have been staying in the hospital room with him 24/7 or having to pay out of pocket for a hotel, which we cannot afford. So it really helped take that stress off of me. You know, I had so much to worry about. And in that moment, I didn't have to worry about, do I have a roof over my head? Do I have a meal? Yes, I do. The door is always open, the light's always on. Staying at the Children's House changed the experience completely because I was so close. I was within walking distance, literally across the street from the hospital. And there were a lot of instances where there was emergency situations and medical situations where I had to get there quick. And I wouldn't have been able to do that elsewhere. It was just so close to the hospital, and it was safe. You know, we felt safe there. You never felt alone. You always knew you had a home. You always knew there was someone who would understand. The hospital and the Children's House are two totally different worlds, and it is very much so like stepping out of a scary, cold place into a nice, warm auntie's living room. The new Children's House for these new families is going to bring so much security and comfort and a small sense of peace around whatever chaos you're going through. I think it's really going to be a good place for families to recuperate and rest and genuinely not be stressed in that moment because they have a home. The Children's Foundation, to me, means there is always going to be someone taking care of you. You will always have a shoulder. It just means family in a scary, alone time. You know, it means support and comfort and love. It's just a really good foundation, and it makes a huge difference for families going through this to have that support and that friendly conversation, the friendly meal, you know, just gathering together in comfort and familiar territory. To the donors and supporters, your additions to this make all the difference. You know, it is what helps have deodorant for a family that needs it and laundry detergent whenever you can't get to a place to wash your laundry. It's the support from these donors is what, you know, keeps the lights on and keeps it homey and keeps a hot meal in everyone's stomach, keeps the activities for the kids to have a little bit of joy. Like it's just really important. It's really important that the Believe in Tomorrow Foundation has that support because it's made such a difference in so many families' lives. It really has.